Hi guys, it's Elisa at Moat, Cottage, Homesteading. I'm making a nettle pesto today. When I'm cutting nettles, they're stinging nettles, so I always wear gloves. By cutting the nettles, it actually thickens up the plants so that I'll get plenty more before the season's out. These grow really well in the wild, but I grow them in pots to keep them out of the reach of all the animals.
Stinging nettle pesto is perfect to make at the start of spring. That's when the nettles are really growing at their best. And it's before the basil's ready, so you may as well make use of this. This grows like a weed in most places. And not everyone knows that it makes good eating. And the main reason is because it's got the sting. So what we need to do is to get rid of the sting. But first check your leaves for any bugs and place it into a heat-proof bowl. I think that will be enough. We'll see. To get rid of the sting, we're going to add some boiling water. And I'll let that steep for 90 seconds. A friend of mine's grandfather used to put stinging nettles on his forehead when he had a headache. So he'd get someone to pick the stinging nettles for him when he had a headache, and he would put the leaves on his forehead and make all the welts come onto his forehead. And he swore by it. He said it would work every time. I haven't been brave enough to try it when I've had a headache, but maybe one day I will, and I'll let you know how it goes. Or if you've tried it, let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to hear. It would be handy if you could get rid of a headache with stinging nettles, because they grow everywhere. At the right time of year, that is. Now I'm going to put the stinging nettles into this bowl of cold water. And then I'm going to strain it and get as much water out as I can. In the clean tea towel, I just absorb as much water as I can. We need about 2/3 of a cup of the stinging nettles. I'll leave the big stems out. When you're blending leaves like this, if you don't chop them up a little bit to start with, it can actually wrap around your blade and your blender will blow up. So it's a good idea to get it into finer chunks. Oh, making a big mess. To the nettles we add 3 cloves of peeled garlic, some hard cheese grated, walnuts. The recipe will be in the description below as usual, so check that out for the recipe details. And a good quality olive oil. I always stress that because all olive oils taste different, and the ones that you get that are from the supermarket are pretty average. So for this, you want flavour, so you want a really good quality olive oil, local to where you live. Nice. And some salt. The consistency you want this will depend on what you're using it for. I'm going to give this a blend up and we'll see what the consistency is like. Add 2 more tablespoons of your Parmesan grated cheese and the juice of 1 lemon. and mix that in by hand. This is the perfect consistency for dip. If I was going to be using it on a pasta, which I am after I make the pasta, I will be adding some more olive oil into it as well so that it's a bit finer and it goes further over the pasta. For something that most people think of as weeds, we've just made a perfectly good pesto. And it's highly nutritious too. So give it a go and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.